Hello. In our previous videos, we have discussed what are properties, how properties can be defined, how an expression can be used in a property, and what is the shortcut syntax used if you have a read-only property, etc. This video, we are going to just browse through the features of properties in C#. So the properties enable a class to expose a public way of getting and setting values while hiding implementation or verification code. So you hide the implementation, that means the private data members are hidden, but it is going to give you the data using get and set method. A get property accessor return the property value and a set accessor assign a new value. The value keyword is used to define the value being assigned by the set method. We have seen examples. In the examples, all the set methods were using value keyword for assigning a new value. And properties that do not implement a set accessor can be called as a read-only property. We have seen it in our shortcut syntax. Shortcut syntax is used only for retrieving the value. As you retrieve, name is equal to first name plus last name. We retrieve the value. So it is read only. But we don't write a new value for the variable called name. That is why we say if the properties that do not implement set accessor, then it can be called as a read only method. So you can understand properties does not require both get and set methods being defined. You can have only get method or only set method, or you can have both. Both are allowed. Now your get clause, you use the code. That means you can have some expressions also to evaluate the value of the property using other fields also. So it doesn't mean that you need to have only one field. You can have combination of fields and evaluate or using an expression. That is also possible. And if you use properties, all these properties are inheritable. You can use all these keywords like abstract, virtual, new, override, everything can be used along with the properties, because properties will also be treated as your data member. You can also have a static modifier for your property, that is also allowed. And your properties are an extension of fields that are accessed using the same syntax. This particular point is very important that you have to note here. Your properties are simply an extension of another field that is available in the class, which are accessed using the same syntax. So, unlike fields, properties do not designate storage location. Do not designate storage location. Instead, properties have accessors that read, write or compute their values. You can just recollect the example we have seen in the previous video. We declared two variables int a comma b. We had another variable called c, which is used for accessing the value of a and b. If so, what you have done, a and b will have storage location. C is simply an extension to access the value of a and b. So C will not designate any storage location, but A and B will occupy memory locations. I repeat, C is a property. If you want, let us go to the example. Let us open the example. Yeah. These are the two private members. For these private members, memory will be allocated. For managing this A and B, I am declaring two properties, capital A and capital B. So A is an extension for managing small a. Capital B is an extension for managing small b. So what happens now? The system will not allocate any memory location for capital A and capital B because it is manipulating on small a and small b. So small a and small b will occupy memory location, whereas the properties capital A and capital B will not occupy any memory location. So this you have to understand clearly. Your properties are extension of fields and are accessed using the same syntax. As you access your data member, you can access them. But unlike fields, the properties will not designate any storage location. So they are simply used to read, write or compute another value of a class. And unlike fields, properties are not classified as variables. You cannot call property as a variable. Therefore, it is not possible to pass a property as a reference or output parameter. I repeat, unlike fields, properties are not classified as variables. Therefore, it is not possible to pass a property as a reference parameter or as a output parameter. A property declared using a static modifier is a static property, otherwise it is an instance property. If you have static modifier, then the property becomes a static property and it is common to all the objects created for that particular class. Whereas if it is going to be an instance property, for each object it will be separately. Then, like other static members, a static property is not associated with a specific instance and it cannot be referenced through an instance. Instead, it is always associated with the class and can only be referenced through the class name. It is similar to your static data member. With that, we are completing properties. So in the earlier two videos and the current video describes what is a property, what is the advantage of having a property, and how to define a property we have seen. We have also seen how to use expressions in a property definition. What is the shortcut syntax used for a read-only property. We have also seen the features of the properties. We have also seen some of the suitable examples of how properties are managed in your C# programming. Thank you for watching.